really, really like to. Stream status is good. Hey, look, it looks. You know what? I think we're on.
So, okay, we're way late, so let's have really strong theme music.
Oh, there can be miracles if you believe. I'm Burger.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the new fourth at the new place podcast.
Rebirth.
I'm Burger Podcast. We were supposed to be phone active today. Well, we were supposed to be on at 6, and I don't want to point fingers, but it's all fucking Johnny Owen's fault.
You know.
This motherfucker.
Come on.
I swear to God, we should be getting paid every time he's here.
Yeah.
From the Make-A-Wish Foundation or something like that, because I think, my God, how come Ellen hasn't put him on? Here's the thing. That's a big thing. We're going to talk about that too. And there's a lot to talk about. One of the things me and Johnny were discussing, and by the way, usual suspects, we got Mr. Ryan Talmo.
Hey guys.
Mr. John Mark Owens, myself, Burger. Yeah, I'm saying right there. I am. How you doing? Real sign. That's it. We don't fuck around. You know, one thing I've noticed is, and me and Johnny were talking about this. Actually, I should say you noticed when we brought it up. So many friendships are ending. So many relationships are ending over racial and political views. And I don't understand it. And how we got into the conversation was I was saying that if I know somebody and we're cool, and something happens where we're just not cool and we're like, fuck you, you know, like we're not talking no more, I don't want to be your friend again. You know, if I was the one who did it, still don't. If you were the one who did it, definitely don't.
Yeah.
And it's because that friendship has been weakened, ruined.
Yeah.
It can never be a real, true friendship again because you know you're willing to end it.
Yeah.
You know, and so many people do that. But now with the Trump thing and all the racial stuff and everything else going on in religion forever, people unfriend each other constantly on Facebook and in real life over political views. And this is the thing, is I've never disliked somebody based solely like if I get along with them and stuff.
Yeah.
But I've never then all of a sudden been like, oh, you think that? Forget it. We might debate or discuss. But never, that's the end of the friendship. That's over. You know, no, you can't do that.
Well,
and
that's the beauty of debate and discuss is that you're not going to always have the same opinion.
Or there'd be no debate.
But there'll be debate. And then where does speech and debate come from? Where does debating come from?
Okay, but then my point was is that there are certain things, certain like attitudes that people may have where it's like, yeah, fuck you. I don't really want to be friends with you anymore now that I realize you're like that. Okay, say someone believes in like rape, you know, like they just believe, nah, man, like what they do, like they're serial rapists and they don't think what they do is wrong.
And you get along with this person otherwise?
See that? But then you're like, that one thing is that's enough to make you say, maybe you're not that cool.
I believe someone who thinks rape is okay, I'm gonna pretty much have many problems with them from the beginning. So we're probably not gonna connect. You know, to begin with, and that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like,
but I mean, what if they do? What if it's like Louis? You know, like the whole, you know, you never know which comedian has which weird kind of whatever.
Yeah, Louis C.K. man, his thing was simply jacking off in front of girls. I mean,
that's what they're doing. And there's so many comics that do
and they were willing to do it. And you know, it's so what.
And the more popular he became, that's how you become a target.
Yeah, so. And I mean that's the thing. Is so what, you know, with that, but. But what I'm saying is, though, you know, people like, oh, you like Trump. Hey, if you like Trump, unfriend me. Seriously? Like, I mean, you know, is it that big a deal?
Sad. It's so stupid. And all the comedians in the comedy world have these the worst Trump jokes, or just being so frustrated that people out there like him. And it's like, you liked him 5 years ago. You did. You watched his show.
You watched the stupid
I've always hated
parade.
Trump.
Of the beauty contest,
you watched it all.
You watched what was it?
The Apprentice.
Apprentice.
Yeah.
You did all those things.
Enjoyed it.
You followed him in the news.
Thought he was funny.
Well,
he went to his casinos. He went to his golf courses.
You like the spoiled loser son of a billionaire. You know, you thought it was cute that he was the spoiled loser son of a billionaire before, and now that he's running for president, you have whatever kind of feelings about it. But it's
he has yet to lose.
You know, because I'm serious. I've hated Trump since the '80s.
Well, but it's not even the point, you know. I mean, my thing is just like, you know, well, it was just like, okay, dude. So you got, you know, we already talked about the $1 million loan, which is like $10 million nowadays.
Yeah.
We get it, and I wasn't
And that was a fun project.
Yeah.
That wasn't like his inheritance. That's the thing people forget. Like that wasn't the money. That wasn't the $500 million that his dad left him.
No.
You know,
that wasn't counted.
That was like, that was just like, oh hey, go have a good time being a fucking asshole slumlord, and here's your
and that's
little
what
spending money.
I mean,
Yeah. I mean, basically.
what I just think the whole why so many Americans like Trump is because people are so. I mean, it's always a cycle, anyways. So I knew this was gonna happen. We had Obama for 8 years.
Yeah.
Obama kind of stripped and broke us down a little bit. He did. Obama never gave us any money. Bush gave us money, if you remember.
Yeah.
We got checks in the mail.
That's true.
Obama, we had to pay for health insurance.
But we got cheaper gas.
Not
Well,
really,
yeah, but
that's
that
not
was
really
going to happen
enough.
anyway.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
cycle.
but still, I
That's a
don't care.
cycle.
I
I'm not
don't
trying. You know what it is? I don't
George
want to
Bush
take.
got to claim it.
Well, look, I don't
Obama
want
gets
to
to
give anything to Bush or anyone else, and I don't want to take anything from Obama. None of them did anything.
No.
That's the fact. There's
That's true.
showcases. I made a post. Do we really need a president? What I meant was, isn't the president like the king now? Can't we just have states start going in and voting on rights? You know, and can't states start coming up with their own rights and things like that? And it just seems like we're at a time where the president has become kind of null and void, and having one person pretend to be that they're in charge of the whole country is ridiculous.
Which
And
they have a whole Congress and Senate and
Yeah.
everything. All this legislation.
And even those guys don't really.
They don't
It's
do
the
shit.
bureaucrats
And the
who run
delegates
the-
should be voting the way we tell them, and that's it. And they shouldn't have an option of switching up when they want.
Yeah.
And so it all becomes really ridiculous. But back to the point is, people are unfriending each other over this to such an angry. People are threatening to fight each other.
Oh, it's sad.
Like my wife makes racial comments all the time about white people, and and it's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
It was ingrained in her, from a young kid. She grew up in South Central. She's black. She also lived in Orange County, and so she has certain things. I'm not gonna divorce her over it because they're not geared toward me.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It's a personal opinion more
Yeah.
than anything. And so that's why everyone's like, oh, racial slurs, or Scott Baio is endorsing Trump. Like, I don't care. It's
They
like,
came out for Trump.
Really?
yeah.
I
Scott
think that makes
Baio's
sense,
for
but-
Trump. He's for Trump. And it's like, I really, there's a lot of people endorsing Trump.
Biggest thing
Tom
is
Brady
who cares?
Oh yeah.
Who cares?
Who Tom Brady, or I mean, really, like you're supposed to listen to a quarterback about
Well, yeah.
running the country, or Scott Baio.
I used to golf with Scott Baio.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, he always
Yeah.
seemed like.
Yeah, I ended up with his 3-wood. We used to call it the Chachi wood. It was funny
Chachi
because
wood.
my deli I owned was called Chachi's,
Uh-huh.
but it was if I was gonna do a restaurant, I was gonna call it Chachi's Wood, but it was Chachi's, because of Scott Baio and everything. Yeah, I thought it was a cool name, Chachi's Deli, but yeah, nice guy.
Nice guy.
You know what? I mean, like, banged everybody back in the day.
Oh, yeah. Charles in
But
charge.
for as far as I remember, and I'm pretty sure, completely drug free. And I remember because the guy I knew who knew him, they were like really good friends.
Mhm.
He used to hide smoking pot from him. Like
Oh.
he'd keep it low. I
He's
never
clean.
cared. I did what I wanted. I was like 200 something pounds,
Yeah,
in boxing and shit like that. He was a super nice guy, but yeah, apparently really drug free, really natural.
Okay.
Yeah, good looking dude. I mean,
Yeah.
like I say, super nice. But I'm surprised he came out for Trump. Just
Yeah, he
you
endorsed
would
Trump.
think it, yeah.
Who cares? I mean, the thing is, too, like Bernie Sanders, everyone talks about, Johnny, that's your boy.
I mean,
That's your-
Bernie's not
that
really,
hippie fuck.
I mean,
Yeah.
but I have to,
Because of the way you look.
I have to
Now,
because.
when he didn't have the beard,
Yeah,
he didn't
But-
care about Bernie.
But Bernie, yeah, when I didn't have the beard, I was solidly Rand Paul.
Rand
Yeah.
Paul.
When I had a
Isn't Rand Paul a
mustache,
Republican,
it's,
though?
Rand Paul is an idiot. But Rand Paul is also, no, he's a libertarian. He's
Oh,
the
yeah.
one. He's the one who wants. Their libertarianism is the thing that makes us want to have to pay to go on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
yeah.
Pay
Pay for- pay taxes for
every
everything.
single time you cross someone's sidewalk, have it be monopoly.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I mean, I think
They're all
Bernie has
crazy.
but Bernie has some honest, real
Too much free stuff.
government. No, I mean, it's really not too much
Well,
free
it
stuff.
isn't because it's got to get paid for.
Well, I know.
And
but
it's
you keep
and the
saying
thing
it.
is we can pay for it.
Yeah, free college, free this, free that. Yes,
we
tuition.
absolutely,
Yes, but
we absolutely
who wants
can. We
to?
already pay for these little shits to go to high school.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, honestly, why do I pay taxes for kids to go to high school? Because I mean,
agree.
at that point, I
Yeah.
mean, really, like, so you're either jumping onto the libertarian end where it's like, okay, all schools should be private,
Yeah.
or the real solution is we have good public schools. Luckily enough, me and you both, you went to school here, right?
No, I didn't go to school here.
Where'd you go to school?
San Diego.
I went to school
Yeah,
here. There
but
were
that's-
guns
you
and
went to
everything
state.
else.
You went
and
to
drugs
state.
and
Yeah.
guns.
And so
nobody
we
worried.
both went to the Cal State, system, and it's like
Actually, I went to community college.
I went to community college
I went
and
to
Cal
real
State.
college.
I went to community college
Okay,
and Cal
dollars
State.
and-
I went to real college.
Hey, State University.
Stanford?
Okay. Point taken.
Points.
Yeah.
Berkeley?
Good point. Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
Correct.
Wait, what is our once again? It's something like fighting tigers.
I don't know. We had our alumni party in a chat room, so I mean.
Well,
you
yeah.
know, but I mean, the whole point is they're all shit. All these politicians are shit. And until we get rid of everybody and start over with people, and even that would be hard, and you never know who they are. And so it's just a kind of a fuck system. We need to come to an end, so to speak. We need some sort of revolution or rejuvenation or something to happen. And as it is right now, out of who's running between Hillary and Trump, I'll take Trump.
And
Because
I
at
think-
least he'll create chaos.
Well, how dumb, I gotta say, I'm sorry, Bernie Sanders supporters are, because they are creepy. A lot of them are. Not you, you're not creepy. You're fine.
Johnny's a little creepy.
But there's some of them that they do attack more than Trump supporters.
Well, but I mean, you got to remember
The
that
media
that side,
doesn't.
but
They
that
paid
side.
protesters to
No,
go down.
but really though, that side of
That's weird.
of politics has been shit on so much for the last 15 years that leftist politics has been criminalized at all, and the leftist ideas of public highways has been that whole thing. There's been the media narrative that's pushed so much by Fox News and CNBC and CNN
Mm-hmm.
is like so far right, even
Yeah.
when it's moderate and left, that of course there's a significant portion of leftists who, now that they're not scared to talk about it anymore, is if you remember the 90s, you had leftist activism. You had the anonymous
There was a-
kids,
yeah.
breaking Starbucks windows. That was
And
so
now they're
much
at
fun.
Starbucks. They're working
And
there.
now
They're
they're
buying
managers.
franchises.
Well, no,
yeah,
they're
those
third
kids
wave
grew
coffee.
up.
They're
Those
shopping.
kids grew up and they became.
And they
part
went
of
and
the
worked with
became
their
their third
parents.
wave coffee barista.
They went and worked at their parents' company. They got jobs. They went to college. And you know what it is? It simply goes back to the 99% thing or the 1%. And when they did the protests and all that stuff. And if you go there now, there's still the same 3 homeless people living there.
Well-
Everyone else has gone on to their little parties.
It's one of how life works in this country, of how we are. You as a kid, as a young person, you're democratic. You're liberal as fuck. You want to live a free life and do all that. The older you get, the more conservative you become.
See, I started out differently. I was super Republican as a kid, and then as I
You didn't have a beard then.
No, that was pre-beard.
it's pretty
Yeah,
much
pre-beard
all
peasants.
dedicated to the beard. But no, I mean, I was, I grown up, very conservative religiously, and thought that that was the way, and was solidly George Bush Senior, man. Like my first time I ever voted, I voted for George Bush Senior.
But that's why you guys are all fucked up.
I know.
This was the other
But I
one.
mean, that's what happens. No, but that's what happens to you guys. You're forced into this shit, and then you rebel against the shit,
Mhm.
and then you sort of come back to the shit.
I'm just a
And
radical communist
right now.
Now
but then
I'm
when you
just
get
like-
older, you're gonna
I'm
you
totally a radical separatist.
But some of these
like,
ingrained values, as you get older, will come back up and creep back up. And
Not
this,
as
but
long
thi-
as
but
we have
this is the
cops.
thing. I was raised to think what I want.
Yeah.
I was raised in a family, bless my dad, to where there was never, not only did we never talk shit on other people, even unless it was jokingly, and that went on all the time, but other than that, in reality, nobody was looked down upon in my family as far as other people. It wasn't okay to ever be racial or this and that. It wasn't ever okay to be homophobic or this and that. My dad would joke all the time, about a San Francisco love seat being a huge screwdriver because he had tools, imported tools, shit. And so, things like that. But he had people working for him back in the 80s that were gay and he couldn't give a shit, and they were scared to death of him until they found out
Well,
that he didn't care.
But even then, I mean, there's like the conservatism I grew up with was still not. It was not hateful towards this thing. And I
No,
don't
but it
think
was
that,
one
like,
way.
Well, yeah, but I
You
don't
weren't
think
given
that.
options.
But well, you know, a little bit, but not much. Yeah, you know, Bible college was the thing.
That's what I'm
And
saying though. Yeah, you couldn't freely
and it
pick.
still is. But there's also like the a-religious, like the part of the right that supports Donald Trump, like the Donald Trump supporters on the right who really are like, it's the lowest common denominator thing. Like he really is appealing to the bullies at Walmart.
I mean,
You
yes
know,
and no.
I
though.
mean, no, but I mean, really, I guarantee you go to talk to any bully in all the Walmarts in America, they're supporting Trump. You know, and so
Possibly
it's
so.
like some of what his message is, and the way he presents himself and everything about him appeals to those.
Doesn't it show you how angry this country is?
Child
Well, yeah.
pedophiles support Bernie Sanders.
Yeah.
Because I'll guarantee you in that group of supporters, there's a couple child pedophiles. And so
Yeah, but this
we
is
can't
it's
say
not the
though,
same because
no, but we can't
the
say
bullies are attracted to Trump because of his policy.
because of the most ignorant end of it. Other people are attracted to him because he's evoking change, whether it be good or bad. It's change, and that's what I'm saying though. I was brought up to not see it from a side, but to only
But-
see it observationally on an overview, and that's what America
See,
has
I see it as like it's just so insane that he is actually running. Like we have a comic book supervillain running for fucking president.
We always
Only
have.
because
You
they
know?
made him that though.
But I mean, but still, the reality is he's actually running for fucking president.
Yeah.
Like there is still a chance right now he could be the fucking president.
And what's he gonna
And
do?
that's- God knows what he's
No,
gonna
but
do.
what is he gonna do?
He can't do much.
I'm
George
real
W.
curious.
Bush blew down the 9/11 towers, man. Come on. So
But are
tell
we to
me
pretend like that
that-
coke sniffing, ball player loving
he
party
let,
animal
He let it happen.
really brought down the 9/11 towers?
9 months
now,
after
if you
his
want to
first-
say his
into his
dad,
first term.
yeah, if you want to say his dad did,
He
and
was-
if you want to say Dick Cheney
He
and
was
them
the
did,
one who
yeah.
signed off on that.
No,
He
I
didn't
think
sign
it was
off.
planned.
Yes,
Nobody
yes,
went
yes.
to
The
George
whole
Bush.
cabal behind
Nobody
him.
walked up to
No,
him, hey George,
they
put
were-
the drink down for a minute. Hey buddy, here's the thing. We're thinking of killing a bunch of our own Americans and making it look like it was Arabic people, Middle Eastern people and terrorists. And so, hey, can you sign off on this?
Yeah, man,
it wasn't
good
even like
idea.
that. They didn't even tell them.
No.
Or if they did, they go, hey George, here's the thing, bro. You're going to shut the fuck up. You're going to say very few things, and you're just going to be really surprised at what is about to happen.
Yes.
So we're not even going to tell you what's going to happen because we want a real surprised look. on
But
your
it
face.
was,
Yeah.
but it
Yeah,
was
you're a
his,
bad actor.
but
Yeah.
it was his puppet masters who
No, but
were
puppet
no, it
masters
was
They're the same as Obama's puppet masters.
don't-
It's the same
not
puppet
all of
masters.
them. Not all of them. Not all of them.
administration. It goes down into
Yeah,
Reagan
all of
administration.
them. That's a thing.
It gave more power to a certain group within even that evil group.
But it's the same group.
Yeah, it's still even within that group. There's got to be division.
Bill and
and the
George
ones-
are having lunch all the time. They're hanging out. They're doing projects.
Yeah, totally true.
This is the
what
same
I'm saying
group.
is that still the end of that group that supported him, the part of the group that supported him, of the secret cabal, the big vast conspiracy group, they were the really bad part of that group. They were the ones who W was simply the worst thing to ever happen to America, and
there's worse.
because
Yeah.
he was a puppet for the worst part. I say watch history, judge. It'll be W is the worst president.
I think
Worst
it's
thing.
worse.
Yeah.
I only reason I like Bush is I got money. He
I-
gave us money.
I liked Bush
Yeah,
when he
gave
ducked
us
the
all
shoes.
$300.
When will the government ever give you $300?
When he
now?
ducked the shoes.
Well, only if you
I love
file
it.
your taxes.
That you know what? And this is the thing though. That's what I'm saying though. Bush, Obama, Trump, any of them, they don't matter so much. And you know what? If they do, I guess if Trump gets elected, we'll find out how much
How
they
much.
matter.
Yeah.
Because I doubt that Trump's going to get his way on doing anything at all.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I think he may stick in some. If
if he
anything,
does,
if
great.
he's gonna go after his own self-interest, he would like stick in laws that would just make slums that much worse.
People are too.
Because he is a slumlord.
People are too scared of what
you
he's
know.
saying when he says, "I'm going to build a wall around Mexico." He's not going to build a wall around Mexico.
But he's going to
He's
make
gonna
it
improve
possible.
the wall that's there.
Yeah, there's already a wall
Yeah,
there.
really, he'll make it possible for you to be impossible to sue your landlord
The
for
whole
roaches
wall thing is
you know.
stupid because many countries, including Mexico, has walls, vicious walls, separating it. We've talked about it. They have vicious walls separating their country. Mexico has one separating from Guatemala, Honduras, Salvador. All these countries. Fucking China has the greatest. So, people have been building these walls forever to protect their commerce, to protect their land from attacks, or whatever the reason. And so that wall thing means little. Any of the things he's saying they don't mean what the media makes them out to mean. But it's not even about being pro-Trump. It's just about having honesty in politics, and we don't have honesty in politics. They're not real.
No.
It's family-oriented, meaning it's like a legacy now.
Mm-hmm.
You get to become a politician and get to move up.
I mean, now it's always been, but yeah.
Yeah.
If your great grandfather was the Treasury of State or whatever, you're making money still.
Yeah.
You're getting money from the government to the day you die.
If your family's in the CIA, you can steal jokes and keep doing Pepsi or Bud Light commercials.
There you go.
I mean, that's the fact. That's the fact. It's an insane. Well, you know what? Here's the thing. In comedy, okay, a story I really like, and I'm behind it. Quincy Jones.
Yeah, good friend of mine.
Yes, Ellen DeGeneres brought him on.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Great guy.
And I feel horrible he's dying.
Oh, he's out in August.
And I mean that's what they're saying, but you never know with life.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's doing a lot of turmeric just because people don't understand. But that's not even the point. Ellen DeGeneres got him an HBO special.
Yeah.
Because he's dying.
Yeah.
But aren't we all?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody is set on living forever that we know of.
Yeah.
So we're all dying. We're all working hard. Every one of our days is unknowingly numbered.
Yeah.
So I could die tomorrow without ever living the dream of
getting a special,
having a special or things like
exactly.
that. It was what's her name? Laura, the comic girl.
Crawford?
No, is that it? Laura Crawford?
No.
She was dating the one guy who looked like Travis.
Yeah, Crawford.
Yeah, okay. Laura Crawford did a post and she said, I have cramps, Ellen. Can I at least get a subscription to HBO? And a lot of, a couple people were like, hey, whoa.
She actually does not like Quincy at all.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, I don't get not liking him. He's a super nice guy.
Sweet guy.
But I get, as a comic, being a little upset, like, hey, Ellen, seriously, because there's a lot of people struggling.
Yeah.
That, like, okay, I get it, and I feel really bad for the dude. Here's the thing. I've been a really good father. I've been a really good school teacher for all these years. But I'm not terminally ill. I'm not handicapped.
Yeah.
So, fuck that. I have to go the hardest possible route ever to go on stage. I'm at a point where I can go on most stages and do pretty well. And if there's an actual, full audience, things like that, I have really fun sets.
Yeah.
I'm at a point where I'm a professional comic.
Yeah.
At the same time, who cares that I do these things in my life? And because I'm not dying, I'm not handicapped.
Yeah.
I wasn't in an instant thing. Now, forget checking the person's entire life to see have they done good. Do they deserve this type of praise?
Well, but from what I understand, because I think I've met Quincy
a
couple
Great
times,
guy.
but I don't really know him. But I know everyone that I know is very, all the comedians I know him are all speak highly of him.
It would be insane not to be happy
Wait.
for him, but being a nice guy isn't being a good person.
Well, with him, with the Kickstarter campaign, he didn't start that.
No, he didn't.
It was two friends that did it.
Yeah.
He didn't ask for it.
And it was brilliant.
It was great. And then it just went viral. And because I talked to him, a few times after it was going viral on GQ and stuff like that. He's like, I have no idea what's going on.
And I'm so
He's
I'm
like,
happy for him. No, and I'm happy for him.
So he didn't push this.
My problem is not at all with him.
Yeah.
It's more with Ellen DeGeneres and people like that.
Yeah.
You jumped on a thing.
Wow. Is that the only problem you have with Ellen? Because I hear she's a total shitbag. Sorry, Mom.
That you know what that too, and I have a major problem with her hiding the fact that she was a lesbian for so long and then coming out like a hero. It's the same thing with Bruce Jenner. So you lied to us all these years, and because you finally told the truth.
Well, and then also the way she services the gay and lesbian community. Like she really played the gay and lesbian community at a point when her career was sagging.
Yeah.
And then she went and she did all the GLAAD awards and she did the LGBT events and did that circuit.
And she's never been anything but a
say
suburban
I'm not
kid.
Gay. What?
Yeah, she's never been anything but a suburban kid who came out of a decent life, and then she came out here and she was funny.
She's funny.
She was quirky. She got her show and she got this and that, and that's all great. And then when it was starting to sag, and she kept denying being gay.
Yeah.
And then when it started to sag, she came out as this hero, and it's like, no, you were trying to save your career. And it's like, and that's the thing. And so you're not my hero.
Then it's funny, though, because the LGBT community, like my mom and all the old lesbians, they love Ellen.
Yeah.
Like, she can do no wrong.
She's their
like, she can be a total asshole to me, but she's still a nice person.
She's the new Oprah. Oprah is a piece of shit.
Totally.
But let's count the 30-something years she lied and denied being gay. Well, these kids were committing suicide because they felt like the only ones.
I'm not one to pick on anyone's closet preferences. Like you want to stay in the closet, be flamboyant as all hell. You know what? I'm gonna understand that it's a complicated issue and that everyone needs to give no shits about what the hell anyone else is doing.
Right, but don't deny it. This is the thing. Don't deny it. If someone came up, I always said, man, you show me sucking 2 dicks, I'll ask where the third one went. Because I'm a dirty motherfucker. I get nuts in life, whatever, I have fun. I don't deny shit. And I'll tell you this, if I was gay, I'd be fucking gay and proud. You know what it is? I cannot ever picture holding hands with a guy. I can't picture kissing a guy. I can't picture any of this stuff. And I'll tell you this, is I've kissed 1 or 2 guys in comedy, like fucking around, and it literally made me sick to my stomach. I get 2 guys banging, like fucking Roman style, wicked, brutal fucking, way more than I ever get 2 guys skipping down the street. That makes no sense to me. And so, like me personally, I could never be.
Homo is okay.
Well, no, not even that. That's what I'm saying. I could never see. Like 2 guys having sex would never turn me on. But 2 guys holding hands and things like that, I absolutely don't get. Your guys. However, I get that many people do get it, and I'm not saying they're wrong.
Yeah.
No, I mean I get you there.
Me personally,
I understand, and it's like that. It's definitely like. Yeah, and that's
you should be building shit, and then in between, like you're building something, your buddy's sucking your cock.
And I mean, it's
weird. Then he's building something, and you're plowing his asshole. That's cool.
That's the weird thing that most of America, probably the world, doesn't understand. Is like when you go to West Hollywood and you see guys holding hands together, they're like 6'2", 230 apiece, total chiseled, 5% body fat.
One of them's either hugely feminine or they both are.
Well, but then they're giant. Like muscular, super like masculine men, whereas like I'm like
just one
not even hot. No, there's a
lot of the other kinds. Yeah.
You just don't even realize because they're not holding hands.
And they're homosexual.
Like
that's homosexual. Gay. Yeah, that's homosexual. Then you got a huge part of this country or this world that just fucks around all the time. Well, then you got people who are, I guess, heterosexual. Like to the extreme where they're just heterosexual,
Well, then there's people who don't even like sex.
Asexual.
Like who just don't even like. I mean,
no pleasure in it.
Like people always tell you, you just haven't fucked right. You haven't been fucked. Pouring it out, and that's what she did. And so, but a lot of people are bothered by the fact that hey, there shouldn't be.
Fireworks here at the Jimmy Kimmel Live show.
Is it?
I don't know what that is.
It sounds like fireworks.
Well, way too many. Oh no, it's a homeless person coming by probably with a cart. I'm not even kidding. I'll bet you.
Yeah.
So anyway, but the point being is,
Hollywood fireworks.
And that's why I say I am so glad for everything he's getting.
Yeah.
So like seriously.
Oh, he did.
And the dude has every one of my prayers, and I hope he fucking flips a recovery.
I don't want him.
Yeah, I hope he flips a sweet recovery.
I'm
not mad at him. I'm not mad at him one drop for getting it, for taking it, for any of that. Hell yeah, any comic would it's like, okay, everyone wants to talk shit about Mencia, but everyone's willing to open for Mencia.
Of course.
So let's not pretend that if I got that same opportunity, I'm not going to take it. I would. I'm mad at the people like Ellen DeGeneres who pick these hot moments.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you go find somebody who nobody knows about, and you find them and just help them out of the boom. You see that they're actually really good people doing all this stuff. They deserve a break.
Yeah.
I'm not saying me like, oh, I'm a teacher. I'm not saying like I should. I'm saying no one should.
Yeah.
But in that aspect though, we have to. The world's gotten to the point where that went on. So Laura, who makes a comment about it, a couple people were like, oh, shots fired and this and that. I didn't know they had an issue. I personally.
She was never a big fan of him.
But I mean, the guy was never a jerk.
No.
As far as I know.
Not to you, maybe.
That's what I'm saying, as far as I know.
Yeah.
So, like, to me, it's like there's no reason to be mad at the dude. I mean, hell, dude, all power to him.
Because we started comedy at the same time. So we did, like, a heavy grind together. I see him everywhere. At one point, he was kind of douchey. And I'll tell you one thing. With anybody, knowing that you don't have a long life to live, that you can find out what's happening, your life does change, and you do. I've never seen him apologize to so many people, and actually, you know what, man, I'm sorry. Like, he's appreciating life, he's appreciating everything he has.
Totally, but that's the thing is, I don't, like, if I got cancer and was going to die, I got no apologies to make.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I live a life where I don't have anyone to apologize for shit. And
everyone's different though.
But you see what I'm saying though? Yeah. He realized he was dying and started making apologies for his life.
Really bald right now. Smoking
so hot.
all the weed she can because she's in pain.
Yeah.
And she it looks like she's finding God, and it's like she wasn't really into that.
Yeah.
And so it was, everyone's just, I think, different, and they realize that you have your timeline now, and so. You and I have a timeline. We all do.
Everyone's on a timeline. Yeah. I live my life. Well, there's a song called "Live Like You Were Dying."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great song because it's like, live like you were dying. If you were gonna die today, would you be okay with the life you're living? And that right there would solve world issues.
Yeah.
If everybody lived like they were dying, well, and we are. All these issues would be solved because people would live like they're gonna live like when they're dying.
Or if they're torturing us all because they hate their life and they want to die, they'd die, and that would be good.
Yeah, well, I mean that's the thing, but so like you said, he's apologized to a lot of people. Again, whenever I saw him, he was always nice.
He's always been nice to me.
Yeah,
too,
but like you said, like I try to call it like I think it, and to me it's like, okay, so you had a lot of apologies to make. I got none.
Yeah.
And I've got people out there trying to keep me off shows.
Yeah.
Like literally telling people I'm a drug dealer, I'm all these things, keeping me off shows because they don't like what I say about them, even though it's true. Because you could dispute what I say, you could sue me if it's slander.
Yeah.
But nobody has. But they go around trying to keep me off shows. I got nobody to apologize to. So when you look at the world like that, that's the thing.
Yeah, everyone sees it differently.
So I thought what she wrote was fucking funny, and she didn't write it to Quincy, because if she would have wrote like, oh, you don't deserve it, then I would have thought, what a cunt.
Yeah.
Because, hey, fuck you. If this guy's getting an HBO special, I'd take it. Any one of us would take it, and anyone says they wouldn't.
Or she would have taken it.
But you and him started at the same time.
Yeah. I'm not.
No, she didn't write it as a joke. Oh. Apparently they got issued.
It's
still a pretty good joke.
It was funny. It was funny. No. It was funny.
It's funny.
It was funny, and I didn't know they had issue. But like you started at the same time as him.
Yeah. So
you're gonna be doing Karma open mic tonight.
George Carmichael started at the same time as me.
Yeah.
And he's got a lot of failing shows, but still.
Yeah, but he still keeps getting them. If that's the industry. So let's call it what it is. It's a fucked up industry. That's bullshit. And until people start living like they were dying and acting like acting a little more righteous, it's going to stay this way.
Yeah.
And it's not fair. It's not. Well, it's awful.
I enjoy performing. I enjoy doing bar shows.
Yeah.
I enjoy going on the road. I'm not a club comic. I don't go to that stuff. But the rest of those kids looking for talent and all that kind of talent agents and all that kind of shit. That's not my go-to.
You don't want to be an actor.
I'm very blue collar. Yeah, I'm not an actor. I'm not one of those comics that are posting a bunch of acting gigs they're doing left and right. I mean, are you a comic or are you an actor?
Well, they want to be an actor.
But
Yeah.
you know what though? If I got offered an acting gig that was worth it, I'd be fucking on it in a second because that would open up comedy for me.
Yeah, but all these comics are doing background work and just.
Oh
sitting
yeah,
around.
no,
And
no,
like,
that's
what
not
do
real.
you
Well,
want to
the
do?
ultimate goal is to be an actor.
Oh yeah, well,
They-
you got
they-
TV.
Yeah.
You're using comedy as a network.
Well, you know what's opening up though?
What?
A new comedy market.
What's that?
Cuba.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Hola.
That's the one thing I'll say.
Yo, Juanito.
If Obama had anything to do with, I believe that was great.
Estamos.
I mean, the fact that we had an embargo against Cuba because of their way of thought has been ridiculous for so many years, and the fact that those people have been suffering, and not all of them by any means, but the fact that some people over there have been suffering just because of some stupid embargo that should have never existed, and is finally over is great. The problem being, of course, is commercialism's going to shoot in there, and it's going to become like it was in the mob days.
Well,
And it's going to
China
be a
might
big
take
party
over
town.
too.
Oh, China might take over Cuba?
Yeah, well, the market's gonna open.
Oh God, they'll be in there.
They'll be in there. In
Oh
a
yeah,
second.
they'll own so much. The second
Yeah.
everything's up for sale, they're buying everything.
Cuba's basically, like, for real, Cuba's basically going to become, like, the port of China. It's going to become the new port of China, and it'll be.
Yeah.
I mean,
I hope they don't. I hope Castro or whoever's in now.
Little Castro.
Yeah, I hope he sticks to his guns.
Raul.
Yeah, well, I hope he
I
sticks
am
to
a
his
hippie.
guns.
I know his name.
I hope he sticks to
I
his
know
guns.
him.
I hope he doesn't let a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, I
in.
mean, I hope workers'
Yeah.
rights lives forever, and fuck the proletariat, and down with the.
Well, because I mean, the fact is, like
Long
people
live
don't realize
Cuba.
wasn't the worst place in the world all these years, and
it's
not
actually
the,
paradise.
Yeah, it's not the shithole that
even
they try and make
against
it.
like the oppressive hand of the
They have a
American
huge
empire.
professional baseball league. They have all kinds of pro leagues.
But even against with all the force of the Western Empire, you've not been able to choke to death the one last surviving successful socialist experiment.
Yeah.
No.
And that's
the
why
thing.
communism's right.
Well, true communism is beautiful, but it's never happened.
Well, except in Cuba.
No, because they don't
Cuba
share
was
equally.
successful enough.
Yeah, but they
though.
don't share equally.
It's still a hell of a lot better here.
Yes. Well,
you know.
Well, I don't know. I think I'd rather be here, but I'm not positive because I haven't lived in.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So you might be right.
In Cuba.
No, you might totally be right. And
have the cure to AIDS.
Our
in
country's
Cuba.
infected. That's the only thing.
Well, you said it right there. That's the best way to put it. There's a sickness in this country, and it runs through everything. It's in politics, it's in Hollywood, it's in business, it's everywhere you can think of. It goes all the way down to the motherfucker who gets to open a little business because he paid off this one guy to get the permit, da-da-da-da-da, or the person who gets the city job because they paid off someone or they know someone or they're related.
Yeah.
And it works its way all the way through down to the fucking Andy Gump dude, or the portable toilet people getting contracts, all the way up to multi-billion-dollar contracts. And until it changes, it's going to be crazy, and we're going to keep having these terrorist attacks and, all this. Yeah, well, like the terrorist attacks.
Oh, and
Belgium.
So now everyone's on high alert.
Flanders.
Well, either we should be on high alert all the time or we shouldn't.
Yeah. And I saw that come in like a mile away after Paris.
Yeah.
We all did.
But nobody knows where it's going to be next. They're
Yeah.
like, my daughter's going to New York, and my ex is, saying like, this is why I was nervous. Where are they going to hit in New York? When? Because they could hit wherever she is here.
They can hit in Los Angeles.
They can
in
hit
San Diego.
anywhere.
Yeah, I mean seriously, like Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah.
Hollywood's
They can hit
highway.
in
They
any
can blow
day.
up Palmdale.
Yeah.
Well, why
They
would
should.
Nobody.
no
Well, it
one
looks like
would
they
be
did.
that nice, okay?
They wouldn't notice if they blew up Palmdale.
No, they wouldn't
Yeah.
be that good to us.
If they
to
bombed
blow up
Palmdale, people would go, "What did they miss?"
Well, I got off the train coming here, and I realized not a single cop. And I'm like, out of all the stations, that's the one station I would imagine all the cops be at.
Yeah. The ticket money isn't good though.
Yeah, well,
Because a lot of people are never going to pay. They go to the ones where people are more likely to pay.
Yeah, they go to the ones where
Yeah.
they can rouse
They
the
nail
homeless.
people with
It's
no
all
money.
Merchant Square.
For
well, it's
$250 fines.
Universal City, all the
Yeah.
downtown ones.
$250 fine.
Well, how far away from their nicest coffee break station is?
Yeah.
Remember that. 'Cause
Well,
they
and
are
that's the
lazy
thing.
pieces of
Well,
shit.
we've talked about that so often, but there's a huge thing. Why in the world are cops at the ticket things and not down below where crime's happening? Why are these cops being wasted there instead of being on these streets walking up and down them to keep drug dealers off?
Well, but because the thing is, like, it's so crazy because I never watched the cop videos, but I happened to watch one today, and it was like New York undercovers, right? Beating, like arresting a mailman, an on-duty mailman, because he said, "Nice driving, man." Like, because the dude,
he
like,
made some
came
comment,
around, like,
and they
made a
pulled him
comment,
over.
and that's what, and you know, if you ever watch any
'Cause
of
they're
the cop
cowboys.
well, if you ever watch the cop videos, NYPD undercover is like the scariest shit on the planet.
Mhm.
Like, it's enough to like never, like, if you see them, just, I don't know,
If you ever watch
kiss your ass
Cops,
goodbye.
If you ever watch Cops,
Yeah.
on the show itself, you see so many rights being violated
Yeah.
every time. I watched a guy who,
And that's the shit that legals approve for them to put out, because they don't give a fuck, you know. And that's
But I mean, that's the thing. That's
Yeah.
that's what they allow to go out. And I see violations whenever I watch that show, and I'm like, gee, we're literally living in Nazi Germany, and yet we're doing it in commerce.
Do you want to know the only group of people that are not violated because of the city attorney? There's something with the city of Los Angeles that are protecting them is the homeless.
Yeah.
Well, it's totally true. I mean, I see the cops and the BID guys, the Business Improvement District security, and all that. They let the homeless in certain areas of Los Angeles, especially downtown LA. I mean, there's guys who stand out there all day long selling dope.
Yeah.
And they know it. I know it. They are soliciting
mess
people
with
for
them.
dope, and they don't fuck with them. But I do see them, like, they've been cracking down on pedestrians crossing on the red
They're cracking
hand.
down on the working class.
On the pedestrians,
They're making our lives
every
worse.
time. But every time I see them, like, pulling someone over for a jaywalking during the red hand while it's counting down.
Which isn't legal because it's telling you how many seconds you got to cross.
Yeah, but you're not allowed to enter the intersection when it's on that, is the thing. But every time I see them, they're always, like, hitting on a pretty girl. You know, giving a ticket to a pretty girl, because in their demented mind, that's
how they're going to get to meet her.
A girl.
Yeah, I'll tell you guys this quick true story, but it happened to me when I was walking to the Orange Line station in Reseda by my house. And there's another guy with me, not with me, but next to me. We were both crossing the street kind of legally, whatever, we just do it. Not the light, 50 yards, 100 yards down, whatever. It's a quiet street. It's on Oxnard, not too much going on. So we both go across. He goes onto the Chatsworth side. I was going on to the North Hollywood side. Anyways, the cops grabbed him and gave him a ticket for jaywalking. Didn't touch me.
Right.
The guy was black.
Yeah.
I
mean.
I mean, that's
your white privilege.
Well, no, it wasn't even that.
It was. Because look at Ryan. Come on, you should have.
Ryan looked like he wasn't going to be able to cover.
Yeah, but Ryan also looks like he's got some more violations. If you're a cop, you're fucking up. You know.
There's some cops that don't even check my tap card. They just walk right by me when they're going through the train. And the tap card's out, and I have my tablet. You can check it, and then they just walk right by me. They check the old Hispanic lady.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I did? You know what I did though? They checked mine the other day, and I handed it to him, and I didn't tap it, and he just runs it, doesn't even look, and hands it back to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't even look at it.
They want to know if you have money on it. You have money on it.
Yeah.
I don't care.
They just want to see if you're gonna give them a card, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of times
And then
they
it
have
has
to check
money on it.
Yeah.
That you paid in because
Because I always just tell them, oh shit, I put money on this.
Yeah.
And what do they do to the homeless? They just take them out. They just all right. You know.
Oh, I watched them pull a guy out. He was drinking beer in the Wilshire one. And he was being loud and cussing, and I mean, he's going to kill everyone. You know what they did? They gave him a ticket and sent him on with his beer. Publicly drunk, but homeless. So rather than giving him a place to stay, was probably their way of thinking.
That's what I'm saying. There's no solution. So the homeless actually have more privileges than anybody.
Yeah.
And the cops won't touch them. The city will protect them.
Well, there's a long Skid Row on my way from on a stretch of bus that I ride.
The city of Skid Row.
The city of Skid Row, because I have to go. City now. Well, because I have to go from downtown, from my place in downtown, over to the studio in the Arts District, and that little ride down 7th cuts right through the city of Skid Row. And there's funny because there's by one of the missions or by one of the things, there's a sign up that's no camping, no loitering, blah blah blah, all these things in the city code that has it. You know, and underneath it is every single one of those things as maximum as it can be.
Yeah.
You know,
what are they gonna do with it?
A dude passed out with a half bottle of vodka. You know,
and they can't go to prison, so there's no money in it.
Yeah.
Taking them to county jail it's overcrowded.
County jail.
Prison, they can fill prisons forever because a lot of them are private, so they want them. but they're not going to go to prison, not
Yeah.
for loitering, not
They're
staying
a
there.
waste of money, a
Yeah.
waste of time. And
Yeah.
the city will protect them.
And there'll be no paid, they'll pay no fine or anything else. And I mean, but that's kind of what it's come down to here, and that's what people don't understand. If we go back to Trump, is that's why he's the one option that whatever he does, at least some shit's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Even if people decide to leave this country, even if people decide to revolt, good. Whatever comes of it, something's got to happen.
Well, I buy that. If it stirs a revolution and I'm allowed to join the revolution and we're doing it, then yeah.
Well, you're gonna have to join through Facebook and Twitter.
Do you know how hard it is to leave this country?
Join with my rifle.
That's what Christina Madrano.
Because no one wants us.
She's from Canada.
Yeah.
And she lives here, and she's like, I want Trump to win because I want Americans to see how hard it is to leave this country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you're an idiot.
Well, it's not that hard.
Well, yeah, you get a visa.
No, you pack your car.
No,
pack
it
up
doesn't.
a van, and you drive south.
Yeah.
And then you go get a good job in Mexico.
A good one.
A good job.
A good job. What are you doing down in Mexico, Johnny?
Me?
What's this good job you're getting down in Mexico?
Yeah, I don't know. I'll go bartend.
No, it doesn't work that way.
No.
It actually does.
No.
It's a lot nicer there than you guys think. And you can
No,
just
I'm
drive
not
in.
saying it's bad.
You
Well,
can
except
just
when they're
drive
cutting
in.
people's heads off. But
Yeah.
it's not even that it's good or bad. Well, it's not even that it's
And the
good or bad.
cartel will kill all white people anyways.
Yeah, you can go down there, but you're not getting a job. Really, you might get a job if you have a hookup, but you're not just going down. It's like going to Hawaii. A lot of people stay there to get a job, and they find out that there's not really a job.
Well, it's not even that.
Yeah.
It's the problem with Hawaii is the cost of living. Because in Hawaii, you have a job. Everyone in Hawaii has like 3 jobs just to afford to live there.
A lot of homeless.
And the homeless are the ones who, some of them even have jobs.
Oh yeah.
They
just can't afford the place.
They can't afford a place to live
Yeah,
because
expensive
it's expensive as fuck, and
but people don't understand
tortillas
that.
are $6.
Well, but people don't understand that's the whole point. Is they create these economies and these employment abilities and all this stuff, and they overfill these places, and they're not regulating what's going on so that everyone can live a decent life.
Yeah.
And minimizing the homelessness, minimizing the ability for it to gather as a city like Skid Row has.
Yeah.
And
And Skid Row, but no, Skid Row's even more than that. I mean, I say it all the time. Skid Row is America's homeless problem. It is reflected. Everyone, you go talk to people
they
on
got
Skid
them all
Row,
over.
and no, they don't.
They
not
in New
like
York.
Skid Row. No,
Yeah,
they do not.
Chicago.
Skid Row. No one has. There is no other place that compares to the scale of
Tenderloin,
Skid
San
Row.
Francisco.
Yeah.
Even San Francisco
Have you
doesn't.
been
The
to
numbers,
the
the
Tenderloin?
numbers don't connect. That's the thing. It's the actual street census that they do. There are so many more. Like all of those cities have less than 10,000 people on their Skid Rows.
Well, it's also very warm here.
That's
why.
the thing.
Well, we
is
get
it's
a lot of
also
people.
California. It's a lot of things.
But you got to remember per
But
capita.
we really do.
Yeah.
People filter the homeless from the rest of America. Filter to Skid Row. That Greyhound bus station in downtown LA is like the entrance to hell for so many people who will end up on Skid Row.
Yeah, but I still believe
there
there's
are
lots
anywhere. But seriously, there's at least 30,000 people.
There's 30-something
living
Yeah,
on
30-something
Skid Row.
thousand living in Skid Row.
Like
they have a
on
mayor.
in
It's
10
the whole thing.
Like what is it?
It's a
12 city blocks.
It's a
and
joke.
There's 30,000
Meanwhile, these same people can't go into the forest and just feed themselves and do all this other stuff because that's illegal and it's all federal land.
Well, but the thing is that they've actually, like, that's what I'm saying is that Skid Row is a problem in itself because they've created, it's all the concentration of all the social services in that one place, and the one place where you're allowed to do it, that it draws people from all over. They're like, I know I'm homeless and I'm stuck in Minneapolis. Hey, can I get, $100 for the Greyhound? And you hustle your way here. You get your general relief and your food stamps, and you figure out a place to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And that happens like all the time, every single day. That's happening in LA.
Yeah.
Like people from the rest of America, America's homeless. Before they even get settled in wherever, they're moving their ass out here, and they're like, they're gonna be out here.
Yeah.
Follow the stupid dream, think it's gonna be better here.
And it never is.
Sleeping on the
That's
street,
the problem. The dream's never better anywhere else.
Yeah, we're all from.
You're better off staying where you're at
Yeah.
and trying to make something there and do something there, and people don't get that. And then if you can branch out, great. But people don't understand that, and I think if you really look at it, though, the way people are treated from top to bottom is the problem in this country. The separation of money, the separation of powers, and this disparagement of how it's spread out is horrible.
You killed the middle class is dying off.
Yeah.
And so that's
It's
what's
done.
gonna happen. It's done.
Well, it's not even that it's done. The middle class is still there. They're just living in apartments. They're just barely getting by.
Well, no, they don't have their pensions.
No,
And
what I'm
that's
saying
the
though
thing.
is they're
That-
still
the-
the middle
what
class.
defined the middle class was that they had pensions.
Well, but they're still
and
the
they
middle
don't
class.
have a pension anymore. They've been stuck with
Just everyone dropped
bullshit.
down. Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone dropped down.
And that's what the
the
government
poor are
wants.
poorer. The middle class are
Separate.
poorer.
You
the
separate
middle
the
class
rich
are all
and the
going to
poor.
be poor too because they're going to take any money that they do
Yeah.
have is all going to go to medical bills.
Oh yeah.
And they're going to live on Social
That's why
Security.
that's what Obama did for
You
his
know?
administration. He
Well,
gave
that's the
middle
thing.
class.
Yeah. With that Obamacare and everything
Yeah.
else, people who were getting cheap health care or work health care now.
That's-
suddenly-
that's
Unless
why
we vote for
Get on
Bernie and
Obamacare.
get real health care.
Oh, but see, that's the thing.
He's
They ain't
not
gonna do
gonna
shit.
He
die.
will get
We'll
a
end up
single
with a
payer.
system where it's
He'll
gonna take
get a
17
single payer.
weeks
That's
to go
not
get
true.
checked for a
It's
fucking
faster
cut.
in England for all of that shit.
Mhm.
And they get single payer.
But
Yeah.
okay, well,
Yeah.
I think it's like this. Me and Talma want to see some sort of revolution or craziness with Trump. You'd like to see Bernie make it, but if not, I think you're on board with the revolution.
I'm just down for revolution.
Yeah,
Whoever
that's,
makes it really.
that's the
but-
thing. That's what people don't understand. I
Right.
think Trump at least is going to make people have to react in some way.
Mhm.
And if people have to react or have to be called out, okay, now what are you going to do?
Mhm.
I'm ready to see it. You know, I think, like I say, I think, you know, we have these on and off terrorist attacks. We have all these weird things. The problem with it just goes back to the terrorist attack in Riverside. The first reports were 3 white guys in tactical gear. So then it became 2 Muslim guy and a girl.
Yeah, it started. Yeah.
And of course the Muslim, they were handcuffed to the steering wheel for some reason. So, you know, it goes to stuff like that, and it always seems that there's other people involved in this. And these terrorist attacks always kind of seem weird, but there's probably a way to string them all together
They're all connected.
and show how they matter and how they help to mold things. And I think until everyone just starts getting honest and being a little more real, and like we were saying, live like you were dying,
Mhm.
it's going to be a fucked up world until shit breaks down, and then it's going to be a new world that'll end up getting fucked up again anyway.
Cycle.
Yeah, I think it's a crazy thing. Well, any last thoughts for the night?
We're all dying.
Yes.
We're all dying. My
True
knees,
enough
my
on that.
knees are in
That's
pain.
it.
They're
Yeah,
on fire.
That is the damn truth.
We gotta get going.
Yes. What do you got going on?
Hong
Shout
Kong
outs?
in with you.
Hong Kong in this
Saturday.
Saturday, guys. If you're out in
Ooh.
Ventura, going to be an amazing show
Saturday?
Saturday night.
This weekend's Easter.
What are you looking for, Jesus?
Christian family.
Yeah.
I gotta go
Get
do
your
the
gas,
Christian
mom.
thing.
She's like, just going to hell. I mean,
I
what are you going to do?
I gotta go
Celebrate
do the
that?
Christian thing. It's true. It's like the
Can't just call
one
him
day of the year. No,
Hey,
it's
just
one
tell
day
her,
of the
hey,
year.
mom,
Okay.
Jesus fucking died for
Like
your
Catholic
sins and you're going to
Christmas,
hell.
you know. Like,
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't die for your sin of eating bush.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That's
true.
no bush eating.
Hey.
But he died for the other sins.
He did. He
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
He died and he came back.
Yeah, none of that anal.
3 days?
You didn't die for anal.
What if he didn't come back? What if he just faked it?
What if they
I don't
just
know.
moved him?
I don't know.
Look,
Wait, you guys got what?
The original
where is it?
prank.
Prank.
Huh? In Ventura.
The
I
original
might
prank.
go. We'll
Huh?
see.
The original prank. He's the
Yeah, the
original-
original
he's
prank was
the-
Easter. Yeah,
Yeah.
the third day after Easter was the original prank.
Ah.
It's in Ventura, yes.
But
Yeah.
okay, well we got that. I don't know what we got Vegas coming up
Vegas,
on the
Nicholas.
Cinco de Mayo, baby,
Be in San Francisco
or the
next
5th of May.
weekend.
Oh yeah, Purple Onion.
Purple Onion.
Johnny,
Yeah.
what do you got going on? You got your
I'm
podcast.
just living on the internet at sundayshow.org. That's it.
Show's a blast.
You
Check
can
it
even
out.
find us here.
Yeah.
Hamburger Podcast. There's a page there.
There you
The
go.
link
Nice.
Link
yeah.
up to it. Listen to the show. By next week, hopefully we're gonna have call in.
Yeah, we
see.
will.
We'll get Johnny
Let's
here.
try.
All right. Beautiful, guys. Hamburger Podcast. Be safe.
Boom.